Shalom, shalom, out there. We want to start off and give him all glory, praise, honor, dominion, and power unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Giving double honors unto our apostles and elders, that great millstone that are ruling well, that taught us his truth, his beautiful truth, beginning with the names of our power, Yahweh, the name of his only begotten Son, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, who is our Lord and Savior, the Savior of this nation, the nation of Israel, beginning with the hopeful elect, that house of David. Peace and blessings unto that house, and to those believers. The Lord's wanted us to edify, lesson, do what we do best, prophecy. So let's get right into it. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
So measure the times diligently in itself. The time of happiness and mirth and joy is gone. And the mirth of the land is gone, it's done, it's through. The city of confusion is broken down. It's Babylon the Great. We're at that time, so we're making the time. We see signs in the heavens. We see the Lord's return closer than ever. World War III is on the brink. So before World War III can be declared, what has to happen? The mark of the beast must be pushed. And we know for certain that it's the hard fight like they easing it in with this maxim. And that's going to take away the God from Israel, from Jacob. 66.6% of our nation through. Lord promised you that you ain't going to enter into his rest. You're going to die in a polluted land. It's it. It's Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass.
But who's he talking to the prophets? Because who's watching? Who's seeing these things? The prophets see them clearly. That's why we're measuring the time. That's why we know what time we're in. We're in a perilous time. We're in a dangerous time. We're in troublesome times. We're in the eve of Jacob's trouble. We can all feel it. We can all see it. If you can't see it, then you've been hiding under a rock for years. Yeah.
Which I have told thee, then shalt thou.
The prophets of old, the Lord told us that these things would happen. Look out for these things. The disciples asked the Lord, how are we going to know when you're coming back? What shall we look for? He said, look for this, that, and the third. And look up for that salvation draweth nigh. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou understand.
And we understand clearly that we in those times. It's no longer afar off. Oh, it's going to come. No, it's here.
That it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
How is the Lord visiting the earth? By way of the chariots, the UFOs, what the world has England called them, the angels traveling back and forth from this dimension to the spiritual world, give a report of how wicked this place is. The men of the Lord that's on the streets. That's how the Lord's presence is being felt. Storm, tempest, devouring fire. That's how the Lord is visiting this place. He's ultimately going to visit it by way of his son, Yahushua Mashiach. But that's going to be the end game. The end. Go ahead.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars.
Hey, that's the riots. This is the uproars of the people. It's the riots, the sedition, the anti-lockdown protests against fucking our life matters. Jake out there screaming and crying. When you're supposed to be crying to your God, your power, but you're crying for Biden and this system. Right?
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
By the prophets, even from the beginning. The Lord said the prophets have been since the world began to tell you what was coming. And the Lord declared the ending from the beginning. So now the end is manifest. That's it. And bring that out the perilous times.
2 Timothy. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Be in them last days. What the brother just read, when you see these things happen, know that the highest spoke of them before by the way of the prophets. You don't know what these things. Go ahead, read that again.
This know also, that in the last days
right now,
perilous times shall come.
Perilous times shall come. Now we're going to look at that word perilous in the blue letter.
So this is for the perilous times in 2 Timothy 2:3 and 1. It says talapas, Greek 5567. Talapas means hard to do, to take, to approach.
It's places. These times that we're approaching is hard to do. Niggas got masks on coming into this last time. People is laid off. People ain't got no house. They been evicted. It's hard to do, but it has to happen. Perilous times must come, right?
Hard to do, to take.
To take. It's hard for these people to take what this dude is dishing out. He's like, nah, you gonna have to get this mask. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Or you ain't gonna have none of those goodies that you have before, right?
Hard to bear.
Hard to bear. Our people, it's gonna be hard for them to bear this time. They're gonna be without our power. Man, imagine that. You're going up against your deadly enemy. He's technologically advanced. The Romans back then was hell for our people. And now it is Rome 2.0, a technological demon, devil. Now he gonna crucify you niggas technologically.
That's right.
He gonna stick you, prick you, and you gonna be through. Because what is these vaccines gonna do is gonna fuck up all your insides. And that's exactly what crucifixion was. They would nail you up there and you would suffocate under your own weight. That's what they doing now with these vaccines, man, that are RFID. Jake is through. You know, it's gonna be hard to bear. Right?
Troublesome.
Troublesome times. Right?
Dangerous.
Dangerous for Jake. Danger. It's gonna be danger at every corner, man. They gonna be out for your life, Jake. They want you dead. If you don't get the vaccine, they're gonna keep you in your house to starve to death. And if they don't come get you out, you're gonna eventually go out into the streets as an armed man and be slain anyway. And if that don't get you, wild beast gonna come for you. If that don't come for you, some sinister is gonna come to get you. As if you did flee from a lion and a bear eventually.
Hey, so like they brought out China, got the super soldiers coming out, but Esau got that already, you know?
Yeah, he got it, man.
Yeah,
Esau has a lot of his toys that he's been keeping behind closed doors, but he gonna bring them out for you. He gonna bring them out.
Because Esau's a big ass kid. He got a lot of toys, man. Esau got a shitload of toys, and Jacob is not prepared for that.
And the Lord put it in his mind. That's it.
It says dangerous, harsh, fierce,
God,
savage.
savage.
That's how Esau gonna come. He's that savage man.
And as madmen sparing none.
We bring this precept out because we're talking about 2/3 of Israel right now, but Esau's coming after us as well. This is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'll start at verse 40. Verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And it's going to be an insurrection against those that fear the Lord, because right now, what are they doing? They're already labeling us as terrorists. They're getting the people to form an opinion about us, that we're a danger to society, because we're speaking against the NWO, the New World Order. So they're getting ready to turn all these people against us. And when you go into the word insurrection, it means sedition. A violent uprising is coming against the men of the Lord, but he's going to lift up a standard.
That's right.
That's right, brother. That's right, bro.
You read on?
Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none.
Now I looked at that word mad. It said mad men. It's gonna be those soldiers, right? And a lot of these military men are already chipped. They don't even control their own fucking minds, man. You know, they gonna just control them to do what they want. Hey,
Right.
execute. That's Terminators, man.
Yep.
They show you that on the damn X-Men cartoon from the 90s, fucking Spider-Man. all the-
Manchurian Candidate.
Manchurian Candidate. They show you in these movies what they was always planning to do. They show you that in the Star Wars films with the clone troopers. They was all chipped. So when they can execute that order at the right time, turn on their commanders, generals, whatever.
And they coming for us. All of what you see right now is geared towards us, to come after us and to persecute us.
We know that by the way of the scriptures. It says that they're going to come in like a flood. But the Lord is going to lift up a standard against him. You know? But I'm going to read the word mad. It says disorder in intellect, demented, crazy, insane. That's what these troopers going to be, demented, crazy, insane, and just blasting everything. They're going to be not sparing. It tells you.
Right.
Sons of darkness.
Yep, it says out of one's mind. That's the truth. You know, it says using or implying also violent excitement. So they're gonna be excited to kill Jake. As Barack mentioned when we still on the block, he said that they're gonna come with extreme prejudice. They hate niggas, man. They hate Jake.
And most of all, they hate us men of the Lord and His truth. And that's who they really coming after to get. And it's going to be a test of our faith. You know, some of us will be snatched up. They'll, you know, may take away our children, all type of stuff. But it's all the faith. Are you going to endure to the end?
Hey, I got just to end it right here. It said from the Old Norse, that same word mad, it says to hurt or maim. How would they maim? Cut. Hey, because it was mentioned years ago when remember that dude came to the camp, Levi. He said he had like 4 children. Oh yeah. He said he's supposed to be basic training, right? Then the Northern Kingdom went to brothers on the other side, the Spanish brothers, and he said, well, before I get boots on the ground, they said they was gonna chip me. So that proves a lot of all the military personnel was chipped after. That was like an inside scoop.
But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
So that's all our people have an inkling of a higher power. But now this dude Esau, his Maxine, has a way to take that from our people, that feeling, you know. And the Lord really said that He was going to separate from 2/3 of our people. They ain't gonna know that. That's a code. The Lord said He's gonna show you the back and not the face. Just like how you did Him all this time. His men's out here telling you what it is. Jake still don't want to listen. So now He allowed this dude, Esau Edom, his left hand, to take that from him with this Maxine and to control you with the chip.
Psalm 66:5. Come and see the works of Yahweh. He is terrible in the doings towards the children of man.
Woo! He's terrible in his doings. Because this is a worldwide thing that this man Esau is trying to bring to NWO. He wants to chip the majority of the Earth's population. And the rest that he don't need, he wants to depopulate and kill them all. He is the pestilence. He is as death.
Going back to 2nd Ezra 16 and 72, it says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
That's happening now. But how much more then when there's just lawlessness and the only law is the military?
Yep.
That's going to be the only law.
Salaki, I gotta keep referring it back to us, because remember, this is geared towards us really. Some of it we're gonna be taken out of our houses. You know, we gotta be prepared to lose things that we have. You know, your car, your job, you know, your family. Get ready to lose all of that and just give it all up for Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right. It begins at the house of the Lord first. Those that know the truth. A lot of brothers have lost a lot of things over the years, and we don't give a fuck about this shit. Yep. We already in that mind like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna just travel out. And the Lord said, be in that spirit. Yep. Be as a pilgrim upon the earth in these evils.
Hey, we might get to a point where we don't have nothing but the clothes we wearing and the backpack we got on or whatever, and that's it. Everything else might be taken away. So if you still setting your mind on all your possessions, man, you're gonna be like Lot's wife. You're gonna look back and be turned to stone.
Hey, what manner of person are you to be, seeing all these things shall be dissolved, man? Ain't none of this shit making it out of here. Not even our bodies be in, only our spirit. If we all those things gonna be taken out of here, everything else is gonna be done.
That's right. And if I may, the scriptures tell you that we're going to be as nomads in that day. So what are you going to be like lugging all your shit around?
Yeah, that's like that Jake that asked us the other day, what we gonna do when they say we can't do X, Y, and Z without the chip. And we pretty much told them, hey, we ready to give it all up. We gonna be like pilgrims. Hey, when you go into the word pilgrim, it's crazy on Edamon online, the etymology, the first definition says a person traveling to a holy place. And then when you read in what is that, Hebrews the 11th chapter on faith, hey, all of the men mentioned they were pilgrims traveling
on the earth.
Yep.
That's it. Because Moses left all the riches of Egypt to suffer affliction with the people of the Lord. And Moses was in that wilderness. The Lord fed Israel. He gave us the manna, quails, water to drink. He gave us everything. Pretty much putting in your spirit like the Lord gonna have you. When he told Abraham to leave everything he knew, going to the land that he would one day inherit. He just moved. Believing him that was in
Hey, the perfect example is the book of Eli.
That's right.
Denzel's character.
Yeah.
You know, he was moving through faith. And all he had was his backpack in his faith, pretty much. You know?
in the book.
And he had the word. He had the word, you know?
Hey, that's a perfect example because in that movie it was insurrection against him. He feared the Lord, he had the sword, and everybody out there was trying to kill him, set him up, take the scriptures from him, but he kept his faith.
Yep.
And it was famine of the word, like the brother just mentioned.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Salaki, that's why the scriptures say not everybody's going to be thrown in prison. He said some of you in prison, you know? Yeah, there's going to be different storylines in this thing, you know?
Hey, but we have those stories of men being cast into
Right,
prison.
right.
Daniel being put into the den of lions. The lions didn't touch him. The 3 holy children bound, thrown into the fire, untouched.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say this in the next verse. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hey, so we catching hell right now, but much more to come.